Hey everyone, Kimberly Guilfoyle here, and welcome to my Rumble channel, where facts come first and where news is done right. And we begin today in East Palestine, Ohio, with even more evidence of the Biden administration's flat-footed response to the toxic train derailment that occurred earlier this month. As we recently learned that it took senior EPA officials nearly 2 weeks to officially show up at the site, even as residents pleaded for answers to the growing environmental disaster. But as usual, Biden's EPA took no blame for anything, with a senior administration official trying to claim that a visit too soon would have diverted resources from the response and that there has been no loss of life, quote, because emergency responders were able to focus on the job and not visitations. That's the explanation? That we didn't show up to inspect the damage because it might have been a distraction? But to be fair, it's not just the EPA, as Pete Buttigieg's transportation department continues to face massive backlash over his lackluster action and waiting days and days before even issuing any public response. And get this. The mayor of East Palestine says that it took 2 weeks before anyone from the White House even contacted him, raising even more questions about why Team Biden just can't even find the time to pick up a phone during a massive crisis. And also, don't forget, residents in the area are still complaining about headaches and irritated eyes, along with reports about sick pets and wildlife. But rather than focus on taking responsibility, Team Biden plays one blame game after another. Here's Buttigieg's suggestion. It's no big deal because train derailments happen all the time. Take a look.
Look, rail safety is something that has evolved a lot over the years, but there's clearly more that needs to be done because while this horrible situation has gotten a particularly high amount of attention, there are roughly 1,000 cases a year of a train derailing.
Let's be clear. Leadership isn't just checking a box. Leadership is showing up when it matters most. And it's why Donald Trump will be visiting East Palestine on Wednesday to meet with the residents who are being failed by Biden and his minions of middle management bureaucrats. On Truth Social, the 45th president wrote, quote, Biden and FEMA said they would not be sending federal aid to East Palestine. As soon as I announced that I'm going, he announced a team will go. Hopefully he will also be there. This is good news because we got them to move. The people of East Palestine need help. I'll see you on Wednesday. And meanwhile, things aren't looking much better for Biden abroad, as the vice president was in Munich this weekend for a security conference where she had time to sit down for an interview with NBC. At one point, she was asked about the leadership of Joe Biden, and this was her response. See if you can understand any of it. Watch.
But when you present the suggestion that anyone is saying that it is time for a new generation, and they're running against the person who is president, and when presented as though it's an attack, I would like to let us all be clear that the attack is misplaced. If the point of it is that we need leadership that is strong, because we have a strong leader in Joe Biden.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Did you catch all that? You have to wonder, does the vice president herself even know what she's saying? Or maybe her speechwriters and her aides just really can't stand her and just putting her in one bad position after another. It's possible. Either way, whether it's a crisis at home or weakness abroad, the Biden agenda and their media allies are failing to deliver for the Americans that need it most, focusing on the woke instead of what really matters. Which brings us to our last story, where a new batch of Twitter files is revealing bizarre efforts by Maine Senator Angus King to get Twitter to target accounts his campaign deemed, quote, suspicious. And what was just so suspicious? Well, according to the 2018 email, King's campaign team has concern about a random Twitter account for being excited about Rand Paul and, quote, mentions immigration. As journalist Matt Taibbi joked, mentions immigration may be the funniest explanation I've seen a politician give for why a Twitter account is, quote, suspicious. But like I've been saying, it's why supporting the free flow of information now is more important than ever before. Do you really want a few radical members of the media or a few extreme staffers at a big tech company or Democrat staffers trying to bully you into what you are or not allowed to say? Don't let the feigned outrage gain any more influence than they already have. And it's why I'm here on Rumble, where free speech comes first. Please follow me at Kimberly Guilfoyle, like and subscribe, and be sure to enable notifications. And please comment below and tell me what you think. Talk to you soon.